Graha comes in and romances us.
Graha with more sandwiches.
More sandwiches, yeah. It actually is Graha with more sandwiches.
We've bought quite
In this
Tastes
part,
like Bert and Ernie.
somewhat enjoyable.
They're gonna be for a while. And just
Hey everyone, and welcome to our Clips and Highlights channel. If you want to keep up with everything Kyle and I have going on, make sure you subscribe to the main Grinding Gear YouTube channel, which is where we actually do these streams. That's right, we stream right here on YouTube. Oh, and sub to the Grinding Gear podcast. Apple, Google, Spotify, really any podcast platform. We're probably there. Thanks.
what's down here?
Oh god, you can fall.
I don't think, even with spoilers getting deleted, I think we all know that was an important scene. Like, obviously, we introduced an entire new system of magic or laws of ether that will be well used throughout this expansion.
Just a whole like new thing that isn't ether.
Yeah.
So something torn from the heavens, Kyle.
And the that too, that part, right?
Yeah.
And I think motions as magic is a good system in most fictions. I can't really think of one where I dislike it. And we'll all
Where are you off to?
I'm going
Where are
for
you
the
off to?
quest.
Old Charlala.
Yeah, old Shari Shoonies.
It's good to be back. And with the food store labor safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Banquet suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime.
I don't want to get rest after being introduced to a new magic form.
Yeah. Can you imagine? No wonder Orianji can't friggin' sleep.
Welcome back, Val. Tuna, Kryle has appraised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice, clean bed after completing a major milestone, be it penning a thesis or defeating deformed entities. So, would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
But you can keep the bread.
Keep the fish bread.
You can do it.
The nasty fish bread.
Oh, I feel like Aardvert should show up.
That would be interesting. That would certainly be a beat.
No, it's just because we're having a scene in the end.
Yeah, no, but yeah. I don't expect it to happen this expansion, but outside of like a everyone's here montage, Shinji clap kind of moment.
Take heart and protect them well.
Knock on the door. Graha comes in and romances us.
Graha with more sandwiches.
More sandwiches, yeah. Oh my god. They're brown
Good,
pumpkin.
you're here. You haven't eaten yet,
It
have you?
actually is Graha with more
We've
sandwiches.
bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only
Let
the
everybody
finest dining from the last stand.
Oh, this is wholesome as hell. Them burgers and pizza?
Oh yeah? Yeah, looks like got some scones. Oh, that pizza looks good.
Oh, Burger Cat.
We were far enough,
God.
right? This wasn't a can I have, oh, someone actually typed it. Ah, someone
I can have cheeseburger.
I can't believe you typed that. It's 2020.
Alizé doesn't like pickles. Hell yeah. Dude, they had melty cheese. I'm slightly ahead of you if you can't tell.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his
doesn't like
liking.
American?
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he
Charlian,
eats
she
every
says it
last
different.
bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people,
is my fault.
warriors must take proper meals and rest
Make the
if they are
twins
to
fight.
maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Kyle's hair like looks so high fidelity
Yeah,
compared to
it's
everyone
nicer
else.
than everybody else's.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Cryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
Okay, here we go, asking the big questions.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes? Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed, and in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to
Like this
sustain us.
cutscene.
Rare and hard-won, perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day. Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume.
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion. They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
It's a lot of build up for a very humble, like a very, very wholesome joke. That first one's just too cool of a question to ask.
Well, because that encourages the party to go on. I think the other ones are dismissive and like, get out of my place, you know?
Yeah, huh?
So I want to do top as well.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Even though I know Kyle in real life would be option 2.
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
And the confirmation. Oh, interesting.
So it's not yellow?
Yeah.
Was green like comfort? Vibes? Green is the color of vibes. Oh, shit.
Meanwhile,
Haven't seen him yet. Is this when he eats it?
yes, this is the moment.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that. I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether.
There you go, man.
If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Oh, he's so smooth.
He's such a good voice.
Yeah, man.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
I'm a single issue voter.
No. All else is... equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke.
Damn.
What a line read.
Right?
But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame.
Some refrigerator
I
poetry.
basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead. So I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more.
This is actually how Kyle talks when he's
I
pitching
don't
the
know
video.
whether to envy you or pity you.
I like Asahi better. Like, way better.
You question my disinterest,
I'm
but
starting to
what
like
of
Van
yours?
Daniel.
Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this
Sounds like
part
Bert and Ernie.
somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Good shot. Okay, so what are they doing with the ether that they're sucking up?
Wow.
Why are they shoving ether into the moon? Why are they doing it, Kyle?
Props to the voice actor for Amon. That is nails on a chalkboard. Listen to him talk in that style.
What?
Like Asahi was frustrating, but he had this kind of sing-song quality to him. Amon is just like, it's just gross listening to him go. It's so bothersome. He's so delusional, and it's like, it's a nice touch because it like sucked all the Asahi fun out of it and made it more real, and makes it a bigger threat. Like, it's now more serious. We've advanced.
Are you talking about Asahi or Fandaniel?
Talking about Fandaniel Asahi. Fandaniel Asahi had a sing-song quality to his voice and was more fun. The Amon voice that was previously an echo and he's now using in these scenes is just so grating.
Oh, well, I'm
frustrating to listen.
Sounds like Asahi to me.
No, but he's doing his like previously we heard Asahi talk.
Yeah, but the voice that came out of him during the voice change is not that voice.
Yeah,
it was
but it was that voice that he's doing right now, like augmented, and now they're doing it without the augments, and so he's taken on this different life because he's like embraced. He stopped having fun as Asahi, and he's now embraced his more Amon kind of qualities, and it's nasty. It's nasty.
The voice doesn't sound that different to me. I mean,
it's a very different.
Yeah,
I think it's a completely different actor.
Huh. I need to side by side it because it's still kind of high register.
Yeah, but it's definitely
and when he did the voice change, it was deep as fuck.
Right, they were doing an effect to really like make it show.
I believe you that it's a different actor, everybody. I'm just saying that I don't think it's that big of a difference.
No, it's very different. It's unsettlingly different. And that's kind of the quality of it, right? Is it's just different enough that you can kind of be like, did it make? But it's like the performance is really grating, and that's what they're going for. They want you to just like be like, oh, you're gross, dude.
I felt that way. His very first cutscene was.
Well, but he was more joyous and fun, right? Now we've really removed that quality from him.
Well, they're on the back foot now. Suddenly there's concern.
Right.
Maybe not full back foot, but there's full on worry. I mean, they were straight up trauma bonding there.
Sure.
They were both just going off about their horrible worldviews.
Yeah. These lines are bizarre. The world is a tepid bog in which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure, and hot, so very hot. Xenos. Oh no, Xenos. Enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more. And then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was not for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn, burn, let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim our moment. And then Fandaniel says in his Amon voice, how wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuits once more.
Yeah, so he's basically going on about how he felt empty until the battle with us, and then death claimed him.
Yeah.
Found out there was nothing after, which doesn't seem right. but I don't know how Xenos interpreted it.
I mean, but he has all the powers of an Ascian, so he would have gone to PowerPoint. He would have gone to the void there when he died, I guess.
Yeah.
To then reform, so he wouldn't go into like the beautiful embrace of the mother or anything like that. He would have gone to nothingness and then come back from there.
Yeah, I don't know how literal we'll take that, but for the most part, I'm just taking that as him explaining, like, because it seemed like Van Daniel was trying to draw out of him, like, is there anything else that brings you anything at all? And he was just like, no, not since I fought the Warrior of Light, died, and then came back. Like, that's it. I've left everything else behind.
I feel like that
Nothing
episode of
else brings me joy.
SpongeBob where they try to go to summer camp and they end up at a prison instead, and they like the old camp better. That's how I feel about Asahi. Like, he was nuts. He was dancing around, but the new Asahi, Amon, is like, oh, you're gross, dude.
Well, there might be more to him than that, but that was a scene where we were seeing both of our villains and not exactly their high point. I mean, Xenos basically just been kind of like solely focused and kind of just like a bummer since he's returned. He's here to fight us, and he'll do whatever he needs to for Van Daniel to make that happen.
If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable. Our foe is bold enough. That I can assure you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sufficiently cooked.
Okay, sounds good. Let's continue. Let's continue. Oh, whoop,
Sound
whoop.
the bell. School's. Oh boy.
All right, here we go.
Oh boy.
Oh, there. Feeling refreshed, I hope? I was about to make my way to the stadium. As it happens,
You seem a little higher pitched than
do
usual.
I considered myself less high. There we go. I want to try and speak with the Scholark Montichard. To thank him for
Oh
coming.
shit! I knew how to pronounce this, and now I forget.
Shawnee?
That was the guy that calmed everyone down during our trial.
Oh, he was our cool guy. Cool guy.
Yeah.
Coming to our rescue in Rostra. As it turns out, he's coming here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we were departed for Thavnir. Knowing him, he probably was hoping to chew the cud of his former students. Since we're still waiting for Yashtul and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Then it's settled. The twins will come too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to the phenomenon.
Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studium for a time.
Oh, excuse me.
That might be best. If the others should return, tell them we're not be long.
We have to go so far, Kyle.
How far? Oh my God.
Can't make it. Hello, Yay Smallvis. How you doing?
Heading out for a stroll. The Scholark is a great word. Himself was here. In that case, what are we waiting for?
I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us.
Alphino, of all people to worry over his reputation, and our alma matters. Wait,
Alma mater.
alma mater? Is that
Alma
a
mater.
phrase?
Where'd you went to school?
Oh, no less. Will wonders never cease? You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. Alma mater? I've never once
Alma
heard
mater, alma mater, depends, you know. In the southern here, we lay into that A.
that. Alma mater. And
Alma
it just
mater.
means like where you graduated?
Pretty much, yeah. More or less. I'm sure there's a fancier description, but... Yeah, first Lightning McQueen, and now we got Alma Mater. Huey!
Without the
I tell you what!
that was a dark chapter in our history.
What?
What was the three of them called? They like did a crew thing. It was.
Oh, are you talking about the Blue Collar Comedy Tour?
Yes, the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. Each of them trying to brand their own version of "Here's Your Sign" and whatnot. It was.
I remember You Might Be a Redneck jokes from like the 90s.
Oh yeah, well most of them were bathroom books.
Yeah.
Here it
Ron
is.
White was always my favorite because he was the least family friendly of the group. He was the only guy with any teeth.
Phenomenon. While I expect you to make note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by the expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth.
As the center of what would later become the Studium, it was established to promote the study of etherical phenomena, hence the name. Though with ether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. And then, in the 432nd year of the Sixth Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete, and the Studium officially opened it as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in etherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as...
Foremost Educational
Lynn's
Institute.
Foremost Institute.
Yeah, I can't do it together with myself. I apologize.
You always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students.
Indeed. I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited the same foppish speech. Damn! Such is his undying love for his old stomping ground, or stamping ground in this case. He was in top form back then, youngest headed to the Studium, graduated with highest honors in the magical arts and etherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber.
Hold on. You both joined the Studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally prestigious scholars.
Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors. And I am certainly not the Studium's most notorious master debater.
There
No
had
one
to be
laughed.
a better way to translate
No
that.
one laughed. In all respects, have I ever been in his shadow? If nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino Levier began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully, we will be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration of the student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage.
Well, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for Scholark Montaigne. I think I said it right. Our faculty
yeah.
tends to frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering where's ever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him.
I've been in here,
Good job
I was
on the
wandering
Montaigne
around.
there, sir.
and there's a large
yes,
schlong
Gabriel,
on the
yes,
back wall.
The known master debater of Alphino. Thank you for the super. Yes. No. Koji knew what he was doing with that. With
Garrett
that
missed it.
localization. What was that?
You missed it.
I missed
But be
what?
prepared for the large schlong on the back wall.
I don't get it.
Oh, right here.
What?
Right there.
Oh my god. How did you know that was there?
Oh, because I walked around here. I was setting up shop earlier today. We were in the classrooms over there.
Oh, that does
Yep,
look like a giant
I
wiener.
sure did.
Yeah, you did it. Way to be, Kyle. Way to be.
All right, so we're in the Chamber of Nerds, and we're looking for King Nerd. That was Alphino Levier, wasn't it? The Alphino Levier? And he's with his sister and Master Baldestin's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. Oh, sorry. You said you were looking for the Skylark, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere. But Miss Alifo
Aliapo?
should have a better idea.
Sure. Want a Shane, darling, don't explain. I see you, Galif. Thank you for the super chat.
Here we go. Would you?
I will gladly once the wording loads here. Are you lost? Wandering off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studio?
God.
That's right, books! And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal in here at Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the cleaners out to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Paisa this, tongue of Giganto that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end, which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding.
Damn! The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information about the Skylark's whereabouts. I'm gonna go bottom because that's just rude.
Yeah, she's too charming.
Yeah, she's just loving life. I'm not gonna put her down.
Super into her job.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is you're not a gleaner? Yes, that's exactly what you said, isn't it? And you're looking for a Skylark? I'm afraid we don't have any of those in stock, but I can... Oh, you mean him? He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Makes me want bourbon. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive, curious, not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. Ha! In the time it's taken me to tell you all of this, the Skylark has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. Is it typical for them to have people in stock?
I just like the idea that this man is so purposely mysterious.
I'm gonna cut across this room.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo door it.
Past the penis.
Of education, for educational purposes.
Just go right past the
Old Schlongian.
Wow, you really shoehorn that. Jesus Christ.
It was a little forced.
Jesus, Stitches, your super chat, my God.
Yes, oh.
Well, I didn't have a super chat with jerking it written on my bingo card for tonight, Kyle.
What?
The Stitches super chat.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean,
just
of course.
Yeah, just erect with subtlety. Yes, the Skylark was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor. Perhaps to one of the auditoriums. I was getting into that voice, and now I'm already done.
Yeah, no, good performance. I liked it. I like what you did with it.
Damn it. Bollocks. Oh, dude, did you spoil yourself? Because you started in the right room tonight.
Is this the right room?
Kyle pre-watched this entire thing.
Yes. I choose to spend my time making sure I set up everything perfect.
Yes. Yeah, pre-watch, exactly. Kara's calling you out right now.
Damn, I'm so sorry.
I'm
I've
popping
been
the Monte
exposed.
champagne. I was gonna claim him, but I don't have to.
I remember you.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. I could go for some champagne. That sounds really good right
You
now.
need some shambagging.
I could go for some Monte
I
champagne.
pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
It is so nice to have the whole gang back together.
Well, I could hardly let that Inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisois in a less dour setting. But it seems I just
Am I
missed
supposed
you.
to say doer?
I have never heard it pronounced that way. We need to stop talking about pronunciations.
I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
Wing
we just winked!
Wing tech.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from
There we
speaking
go.
of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
So there's your forced joke.
How is that even possible?
No one remarked on it.
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Kyle point.
I'm just sad it didn't last as long as Ascian Prime. I feel unfulfilled.
You're still waiting for Ascian Prime to matter.
I think I got a little bit of an Eden.
Yeah. What the shit is happening?
He's wizard schooling.
Oh, the twins are way too excited.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology.
It's the updated PowerPoint.
The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms.
I've killed Hades and they're making me go back to school.
Two of the incorporeal sort, the soul, and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
I wasn't paying attention. What was the lead up?
Magic! It was two of the incorporeal sorts, the soul and the memory. So I believe it's the physical that's left.
I would imagine corporeal.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Right answer.
Yes, very good.
2 was the Valley Girl answer.
This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
You're just saying it becomes hard to read?
It would blot
Redacted.
out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The 7th Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted
sus as
and
hell.
told of
Yeah.
our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace.
In this expansion.
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean.
Not a concerning thought at all. You don't make it sound like a cult at all when you say it like that.
And our memories drift apart and dissolve. Rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
Thinking of Sadhu and her band.
Well, I think that's enough education for today. Now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
Oh, what a cutie. I love Sorcerer, or was it Sword and Stone, so I'm into it.
So this is your
I
shit.
would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
I would laugh on my way out, too. I'm blowing students' minds, you know? It's a good time.
I love that that's what made you laugh.
They're gonna be fucked for a while. And just, just gonna laugh on your way
We're
out.
just gonna mind fuck them.
Yep. Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my word.
Oh my god, I got exaltation. I needed
Exaltation?
Yeah, I needed more buttons.
Oh.
Reduce damage taken by self or party members by 10%. Huh. I guess I have 2 of these now? Oh, this one has a lot more words.
Oh my okay, it's not a new button, thank God, but my Heart of Stone is now Heart of Corundum. I'm assuming it's just better. So I got like a mastery at 82.
Oh, I sparkled. Oh, okay. So this is like a single target version of that. That's pretty cool. Huh. I want to review the lead up to meeting Minfilia and the Word of the Mother part, because wasn't that on the edge of the Ethereal Sea? Was that like where one of the connective points, or did we actually go to the Ethereal Sea? Because it sounded like if we went to it, we would be all born anew or cleansed or something crazy like that. So
wait, what are you talking about? When was this?
This was back in Heaven's Word when we were we're talking amongst ourselves. The anti-tower business.
I'm not looking at chat right now.
We went to the edge of the Ethereal Sea or something to meet with Minfilia, and that's where we had the Word of the Mother speech, which we reference often because that's where she brought up the moon bound and all that. But he suggested, like, even, you know, flirting, sticking a toe in the Ethereal Sea was kind of enough to cleanse your soul. And then there was that big kind of like shocked face as it zoomed in on the paper, which was interesting.
Yeah.
But I would have to review that scene because I've never looked at it in that
But
light.
if you get that, like, if you can go there essentially physically in your corporeal lethal form, can you dip a toe? Like, do you basically die if you touch the Ethereal Sea? Like, if you go back to the anti-tower and you're like, I'm jumping in, are you done? Is that it?
Oh, that might be a good point. Since we were there corporeally, we may have been protected from being cleansed.
I forget the friggin' anti-tower is about as not fresh in my mind as possible.
Malms away, one might say.
Yes.
Because you would also... Because that was his blotting kind of diagram would suggest that that's possibly what's happening to everybody who can't recall their ancient memories. And if we all got cleansed, we could all access our various sharded selves, which the Asians, by offering a seat, do exactly what he was talking about with the unblotting business. Somehow unblot you. and reveal those said memories covered up by too much ether.
Did we not already kind of unblot ourselves when we merged with Ardbert?
Yeah, that was a rejoining with one of our shards. So if we go to the ethereal sea, okay.
What?
Just kidding, made me laugh.
What made you laugh?
Sharded.
Oh, well, that's on you.
Yeah, that's on me. Yeah, no, it's that was. I mean, obviously, all of our power points have been extremely important. Nice one, Magpie.
I'm so glad that you're like 5 years old.
That was it was a very cool breakdown of the magic system they're introducing. It's a lot alongside the flower business, so I don't want to go too much deeper because I don't even know what I'm talking about beyond that. But they're introducing not only the magic system that is going to allow us to possibly save the world, to get the Forum to get on board with us, but also what's going to reveal all of our true selves, the Azim, Azem kind of stuff, and how Asians somehow wiped free, particularly the Unsundered, wiped and that blotting on them and elevated them to the seats.
There's a whole lot of memory BS going on here. Yeah. And I'm still hung on the Crystal of Azim. I'm still hung on that. And then I mean, didn't play original release Final Fantasy 14, so I really haven't thought about the fact that we had like mass amnesia after the end of your, heading into Realm Reborn, because they don't really talk about that much since the opening of Realm Reborn.
Right. It was one of the reasons I got into the game, because it had that isekai feel. Like everyone was there, they didn't really remember what was going on. You had the party that got cursed and died on their missions alongside your storyline, and it really kind of endeared me to the story. So I am curious to see how they play into that, and and now I'm curious if they would even tie in Coils of Bahamut in that way and be like, oh yeah, Grandpa showed you a false memory back in, when Grandpa was a badass and blasted through Bahamut? Why would he want you to forget him being a badass? What was, what's wrong with thinking Grandpa's a badass on his way out? There's no harm in that. So what was he covering up?
Wasn't the whole plot of Coils was to learn to not worship him so he doesn't become Phoenix?
Yes. Stop praying for Grandpa. He's strong enough already.
Stop praying for Grandpa. Yeah. Stop it.
But why would Louis Swa want people's memories wiped of something that was awesome? Is all there is to say. And now let's talk to Cryo. We did do Coils. It was a long time ago, but we did do Coils.
It was one of the first. Yeah, I don't remember the finer points of Coils either. People are saying I was right, by the way. That's it. That's the reason.
Huh. Oh, so we would stop praying.
So we would stop primal summoning Grandpa.
Okay, so it is that simple.
He's too awesome.
He was literally like, I can't let people see me be this awesome. They're gonna pray to me and bring me back. And fair. You know what? That's noble as AF. That's noble AF is what that is.